colors to Adobe Express, you'll want to make sure you start out by going to the web address. So I'm going to go here, go Adobe Express. If you don't know how to do this, you could also just search Adobe Express on Google, and it should be one of the first things that pops up. You want to make sure you are signed in with the Cheyenne Yearbook account. This is how we get access to our pro tools. Any personal account that you have is not going to let you access it. And we need to make sure we are in the web browser version because that's how we access our brand kit. So we can click on brands here and you'll see we have Yearbook 2024-25. And here we have our color palette. This is currently the palette that is based off of previously what has been done. So I can edit this, or if I want, I could add another color palette. I'm going to leave it up to you and what you want to do. But any colors that you decide you want to get rid of, we want to make sure we go and delete. So for example, maybe we decided we don't want this pink anymore. We're not going to use this orange. We're going to replace this purple with something different, so on and so forth. Go and make sure that whatever we do in here also matches what's in Friesens. So whatever's in Friesen should also be in this color palette. But then we can also add additional colors here that's going to help us kind of modify our graphics when we're making them. So here I'm just going to call this graphics palette. And then I'm going to just call it extended version because we're extending it. We click on this plus button. Here you can see it gives us some options. What we want to do is a custom color. We can change this to hex or RGB. Interesting. One of the tough things is that our process color guide is only going to give us the CMYK and then their color code. We aren't given a hex or an RGB. So what we will have to do to be able to translate these, first let me start by finding that bright blue color that I know was one we wanted. Okay. Color. I'm trying to think about how I hex to CMYK. I'm looking for some kind of converter that's going to show me what the hex code is. I actually want it to be CMYK to hex. To hex. Okay, Google has its own, which is kind of nice. We can probably use this. It should work just fine. So in this one, it was going to be 100% cyan, 8% magenta, 0% yellow, and 0% black. Again, you'll see it looks so much brighter and lighter on this screen than it would printed, but that's okay. It gives us an RGB version. It also gives us a hex version. We want to stick with the hex. That's going to be the most accurate. So 00EBFF. I'm going to just copy that code, take it over here, paste it in. There it identifies it for me, and now there's that bright blue. I didn't mean to add that red. Do another one as an example from the same page, the FR357. I click on it. This one was 43 cyan, 11 yellow. So I'll go type that in, 43. This one, 0, 11 yellow. And again, this one looks totally different on the screen than it will printed. So I'm going to copy this hex code. Put it in there. Then I click add, and there we can see I have that palette there available. Pretty simple, pretty easy.